face. Oh, look at Brandon Scott.
He's my main man.
Speaking of the rib, Brandon Scott, Mr. Excellence, the AML Wrestling Prestige Champion. Set for action here. The title is not on the line here, but a lot of pride here. Josh Woods has come to WrestleCade weekend. He's got a loss in the column. Brandon Scott has been victorious this weekend. Josh Woods wants to lead with a victory before he heads back home tonight. Brandon Scott, a lot riding on the line here for him.
He touched my hand. He touched my hand. He touched my hand. You guys see that? That was awesome.
The only hands he slapped was yours, Jakob.
Know it. You know it, baby.
We want to welcome you to ringside again. Matt Rhodes alongside Kevin Kelly and the fangirl, Jakob Hammermeyer. Are you all right there?
The fan what?
Did you just fangirl for Brandon Scott?
It's a saying. It doesn't actually mean.
Are you sniffing
He
your?
forgets that English is my second language.
Are you sniffing your hand after that?
No,
Because,
I'm just never gonna wash it again.
That is. Oh, keep your hand away from me, please.
I'm gonna write it in my journal tonight. Okay.
Hey, the challengers are lining up for Brandon Scott and that prestige title. Like you said, Matt, not on the line here, but a victory by Joshua Woods Goods puts him at the top of the list.
Absolutely. We may see a return to AML Wrestling for the Goods if he's able to pick up the victory. Former UFC superstar. Hey. Brandon Scott here.
And you can see the intensity from Mr. Woods versus the calm, cool, and collect nature of Brandon Scott.
Brandon Scott has wrestled some of the greatest wrestlers that AML Wrestling has to offer. He's stepping into the ring with a UFC superstar.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it will be for the AML Prestige Championship.
What a bombshell by Primetime Perry.
That's a change right
Introducing
there.
first, the challenger.
Brandon Scott's
He
not
resides
ever afraid to
from
defend his
West
title.
Palm Beach,
At the drop of a
Florida,
hat, he's ready.
weighing at 220 pounds, Josh the Good Woods.
I'm being told now that Tracy Myers, Brian Hawks of AML Wrestling has decided to go ahead and make this for the championship.
He resides from Robbinsdale, Minnesota, weighing in at 191 pounds. He is the AML Prestige Champion, the greatest AML Prestige Champion, Mr. Excellence, Brandon Scott.
Brandon Scott sure feels like a big man, intimidating our ring announcer, Primetime Perry Thompson here, as he was announced, and again, the self-proclaimed greatest AML Wrestling Prestige Champion.
I'll proclaim it right now. He's the greatest Prestige Champion of all time.
Let's explain the rules here, Jakob Hammermeyer. 15 minutes to get the job done. If he cannot defeat Josh Woods in 15 minutes, he is owed a rematch. The title can change hands on a count out or a disqualification. If Josh Woods was able to get this championship successfully won tonight, he could cash that championship in at any time for a shot at Zane Dawson, the one-man riot, and the AML Wrestling Championship. Big opportunity now for Josh Woods.
But if I'm the AML Prestige Champion, the title is prestigious. And I think what Brandon Scott is trying to do, he's trying to elevate that title to where it is almost as valuable, if you can imagine, as the title that Zane Dawson holds.
And here we go. We are underway with our fourth contest of the evening here. A lot of action still to come, including the Scott Island Battle Royal. But a big kick there, and that is an introduction of Josh the Good Woods.
Get your space,
baby. He's going to have to face reality. He is in the ring with not only a professional wrestler, but a mixed martial artist.
Oh, my.
And he would have kicked his head slap off into the next county if he would have executed that.
That would have been shin bone to temple. That does not spell good for my main man, Mr. Brandon Scott.
Josh Woods now. This guy presents himself as a fighter, but as in the professional wrestling ring, has made the transition very successfully. And here's Brandon Scott now, side headlock applied to the mixed martial arts superstar.
Well, all of the focus for Woods is on pro wrestling. That's what elevated. And again, he was, of all the competitors in last year's Top Prospect tournament, he had the least amount of pro experience.
Beautiful judo throw.
His
Short arm scissors almost.
He's going for that arm breaker. Oh my God. He may be breaking the arm right here, and this is what Brandon Scott is not used to. Brandon Scott's used to competing with smaller athletes. He's used to catching guys flying over the top rope, but he's not used to being put in Kimura locks and other arm bars.
There are 3 long bones in the arm, and all 3 were in danger of snapping right there.
Nurse's elbow,
right? Scott's in a fight here.
Shows how tough Brandon Scott is. He made some very manly sounds after he was able to get out of that.
I have never considered Brandon Scott an underdog in any match he's competed in here at AML. I may have to classify that here.
Beautiful duck under by Mr. Goods. You can tell the amateur wrestling background of his MMA background is really shining through with that fireman's carry right there.
Well, Josh Woods is making Brandon Scott look very weak here.
After coming up short against Dan Severn at WrestleCade at the Super Show, Severn pulled Woods aside, and they had about a 20-minute conversation. I asked Woods briefly what was said. He said, you know, I don't want to share a lot of it, but words of encouragement from Severn and some tips and pointers about focus and about drive.
Great speed here by Josh Woods. He flies off those ropes. Fire carry takeover.
Back to the arm.
Right back to that arm. Yes, sir.
So I think Josh the Good Woods has shown us exactly how he plans to finish the match off. And now he's doing the work to get there by weakening that left arm. If he gets that cross arm breaker applied again, Brandon Scott more than likely will have to tap out.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, look out.
You saw the awkward way he bounced between the top and the second rope. I believe his head hit twice.
His head hit the ropes. His shoulder may be dislocated. Something may be pulled inside the arm. That was a lot of damage right there inflicted. And now Mr. Excellence, Brandon Scott, smells the blood in the water here as he goes to work on his opponent.
Going to work on the neck and the trapezius area, really focusing all on the upper head, if you will. That's what you call it, right, in English, head? Ooh, yes.
That may have woke up Josh Woods. Look at those right hands here. Oh, what a forearm. Oh, my God. And a right to the eyes. You can feel the impact, Kevin Kelly, of those forearm shots right here in front of us.
Yeah, he was really throwing them in there, no doubt about it. But one thumb in the eye stopped the momentum of Josh the Goods Woods, and now Scott's going to turn him around for the neck breaker.
I don't know if it was a thumb to the eye. I mean, to me, it looked like his arm was flailing from taking those big forearms, and he might have accidentally caught him.
Diving fish drop right there, executed with great excellence. Cover, lateral press, and out at 1 with authority.
Yes.
And I have a feeling conversation with Severn had something to do with don't put your back on the mat, because last night Woods suffered the pinfall after really focusing on the hold and ignoring the fact that the shoulders were down, and realizing that this is pro wrestling and that you've got to be always aware of that 3-second count.
Yeah.
The manager last night for Dan Severn said it best, one of the greatest, Jim Cornette, in a twinkling of an eye, you can get caught. Woods got caught last night. It doesn't mean anything negative as far as his skill. Dan Severn was the better man last night. Josh Woods looks to be the better man tonight as the title hangs in the balance.
Especially against a legend like the Beast, Dan Severn.
Leg lock here. He's going to try to break the leg of Mr. Excellence, Brandon Scott, but again, the ropes come into play.
I know, Mr. Hammermeyer, children in your home country revere Dan Severn.
I have so many posters on my wall. I mean, yes, the children love him.
And Severn's been a very feared opponent for a long time. Hard into the barricade. Our fans getting a very up close and personal view of Josh the Goods Woods. Referee's got a chair. Referee.
Just what Brandon Scott doesn't need is a chair.
Referee Jeff Bunton was checking on Josh Woods, but I did see the signal. He is okay to continue.
Yeah, I believe Brandon Scott checked on him. He got the chair, sat him down, said, "Are you okay, buddy?" He's a really nice guy.
Oh, wait a minute. He's building up a head of steam. We see him running around all 4 corners. Oh, come on.
Oh, right to the eyes. Woods was ready for it. Woods had his fist drawn in defense. always have your guard up, always had his hands up, and he was prepared. But what he wasn't prepared for was Brandon Scott stopping and poking him in the eye. Here he comes again. Will he execute this time?
Big one.
Oh, man, and down goes the AML Prestige Champion. Woods had it scouted that time. Brandon Scott went to the well one too many times on an opponent that will make him pay for it. Double axe handle now as the AML Prestige Champion looks to inflict more punishment here.
Stay on him, Brandon. Stay on him. Don't give him a moment. Don't give him a moment.
Took
Hard
that
impact.
turnbuckle hard right there.
Brandon Scott's got to realize one thing here. If he wants to walk out of here the AML Prestige Champion, he's got to beat him. He can't get disqualified. He can't get counted out. And even if it goes to a draw, he has to give him a rematch. There's no way of escaping. You must beat your opponent to remain the champion.
And I think being a prestige champion makes you a better wrestler because you cannot escape. You have to win in order to survive. Right into the triangle.
Triangle choke here by Josh the Goods Woods.
Transition to the ankle lock.
He's got it here.
Oh, knee bar.
Knee bar.
Shoulders down to the bridge.
Almost had it.
Oh!
Quick drop kick by Brandon Scott.
Mostly with the right leg because the left was still aching from having been in that knee bar.
And that's one thing Josh Woods may not be used to. When you're wrestling around on the mat in the octagon, a guy's not going to drop kick you like Brandon Scott just done. That's the thing about this sport that Josh Woods is still trying to get his handles on, is the offense that can come out of nowhere.
Well, because there's no pinning combinations in UFC, there are no kickouts, and the momentum can change. Your body positioning changes dramatically, and Scott able to capitalize on it. Oh! Good Lord.
Throwing him with ease. Brandon Scott just decapitated here. Back first onto the mat, and both men are down. Pivotal point of the matchup here.
It has been a great weekend here in Winston-Salem, and the culmination of it here, the television taping for AML with the AML Prestige Championship on the line. Mr. Excellence, Brandon Scott defending against Josh the Woods Goods. Could we see a new champion crowned?
Ooh, been crawling here. Now they're on their knees, trading on a trade blow. Brandon Scott, he's having to dig deep here.
Look, oh no. Oh no. Daring him.
He's hitting him with everything he's got. Josh Woods, knee right to the midsection. No knee pads worn by Josh Woods. And the flying forearms. Rocks the Prestige Champion. Belly suplex.
Look at the way Woods springs up to his
Quick
feet.
is this kid.
You can tell the adrenaline is pumping.
Flying in with that knee. Wins out with him with the suplex cover. Outside leg is hooked. Two.
It's fine.
The
It's fine.
resilience of the champion, gentlemen. Hanging in here. Well, Josh Woods has impressed not only myself, but the fans in attendance with his speed and quickness, his agility, his skill.
And we
Brandon
might be seeing a lot more of an AML if he's victorious here.
Scott flies in with that ace cutter. Cover, and that may be it. He's out, and he's put people away with that before. And Josh Wood just shouldered out of one of his finishing moves. Incredible.
Well, that's not the only weapon in the arsenal for Brandon Scott, but it's an important piece. And the fact that Woods kicked out certainly can be demoralizing to the champion.
I think he's got one of those other maneuvers in mind.
Josh Woods has something else in mind here. He got him up.
Before the TKO.
Oh, there it is. That may be the knockout blow right there.
And Brandon Scott instinctively was able to get
And
his
we
arm
may
up.
have a new champion for 3. No!
Oh, come on.
The bottom row.
I believe Brandon Scott being able to get that arm up was able to block that kick just enough to where he had the wherewithal to grab that bottom rope.
Could very well be the case, but Woods is in control. Can he put him away and become the new Prestige champion?
An incredible specimen that Josh Woods is here. He has been on display. What a great showing he has had. Brandon Scott still hanging in the fight here. Big forearm, great strike combination here. Rear waist lock, German suplex release. Folds him over like an accordion. Brandon Scott pulling stuff out we've never seen before as he goes for a superplex. Get him up. The blood is rushing to the top of Scott's head.
He's trying to wiggle to try to, in order to reverse it to get down. There it is.
Oh, man. Floats over here.
Maintains waist control.
Brandon Scott around the ring like a rag doll here.
I got to give him credit. Those float overs are seamless.
For the third time.
Hey!
Power bombs him down.
Oh!
Right. Knee bar again.
Right to the knee bar.
Brandon Scott may be forced to tap out and submit his championship here tonight and the day after.
Yes!
He's got it by a finger. By fingertips. But that's all that matters in this sport. He got his hand on that rope and it forced a break. But the damage may have been done. And the quickness and the agility.
Right to the
Josh
jaw.
Woods again on display.
To the square, beautiful jaw.
Look
Brandon
at Scott
trying to
rolling
retreat
away.
Here. Better watch out, Kevin. Hanging on to the apron.
No safe haven out here on the outside of the
Definitely
ring.
would not want to be in Brandon Scott's position. He's got to get the clean break here. He could get disqualified.
Hanging him
man.
out, hanging him out to dry. The neck breaker across the top rope.
And Mr. Excellence may be capitalizing here on an advantage. Blockbuster! And Josh Woods is in danger.
You can see
right
it.
here.
I don't know if he knows where he is.
2, 3, that's it.
And they won the match and still world AML Prestige Champion, Brandon Scott.
So Brandon Scott survives. Josh the Woods Goods retains the AML Prestige Championship. And I know Brandon Scott has his critics. Not you, Jakob, you love him. But victory after victory, successful title defense after successful title defense. When is Brandon Scott gonna finally get his due? Because that Prestige Championship is becoming more and more valuable every day that Brandon Scott holds it.
Absolutely, it does. And you know what, guys? Brandon Scott, yeah, he tried to break a few rules in this matchup, but when it come down to the important time in this matchup, he won the match on his own. Absolutely. He did it successfully. I got to put my hats off to him for a great title defense, and there you see it. Still, your AML Prestige Champion, Mr. Excellence Brandon Scott. Josh Woods, unfortunately, 0-2 for WrestleCade weekend, but nothing to be ashamed about, gentlemen, as he walks out of here leaving a mark on AML Wrestling.
Oh, put it over, put it over. The greatest.
Self-proclaimed greatest AML Wrestling Champion of all
I
time.
proclaimed it too.
And Jeff Button here, Jeff Button's made some mistake, but he don't deserve this.
Just win, baby. Just win.
Oh my God. Right into the official. Spit. The ultimate sign of disrespect. And he's angry. I don't blame him. I know he's just a referee, but a man spits in your face, Kevin. Your natural reaction is to fight.
You can't condone that, Jakob, can you?
I don't know what condone means.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But as we reset here at ringside, a lot of action still to come, including coming up next. It is the AML Wrestling Tag Team Champion. The